Right, suppose I should start at the beginning. This morning the postman knocked and I received a letter. A letter which addressed to me from the university. And yeah, there was an apology. It was at the bottom of his mailbag apparently. And I should have had this over a week ago. So I've been given some summer tasks to do, which I was expecting a few summer tasks, maybe one or two, but I wasn't expecting. Let's just have a look how many exactly we've got. 1, 2, 2 being possibly a 7-part. Got to do a presentation. Well, basically 5 different tasks, and learn some Chinese, which I don't quite see what I have to do, but I'll learn a bit. I'll learn a few phrases and that, just because it could be fun. Yeah, so I'm getting started on my summer tasks. It's a huge issue, really, as being a student and being typically broke. I decided to use this summer to try and make some money, so I'm not completely poor in my 3rd year. So yeah, I'm pretty much working full time. This is one of my only days off this week. I really don't have time to do a lot of this stuff. Like, one of them's go to the Tate Modern and it says, oh, it's on till the 3rd of October, so plenty of time and no excuses. Well, I haven't got plenty of time. There's plenty of time between now and then, but not for me, because I'm working in it, and then I'm back in Coventry, trying to get sorted to start my 3rd year. Plus I've got a load of projects on, so immediately, thank God that he says you can only choose to look at 4 out of the following list, so that one's gone immediately. Gallery exhibition, go and see a fine art exhibition. I believe the Herbert Gallery has some of that, so I intend to stop off there as soon as I get back. In fact, I'm heading back to uni a few days earlier than I was planning to, specifically so I can do that. Installation, access a gallery that has innovative or experimental artwork. Well, last time I went to the Herbert Gallery they had one of those, so I'm going to give them a ring, see if they're doing anything like that in the coming months, and I'll go and visit that. It could be quite interesting. Website and video games. Look at how they work, how you can subvert them or improve them both technically and creatively. So, I haven't exactly been told what to do in that task. It's kind of strange, so I'm not exactly sure. I look at a lot of websites. I don't really play many video games. I mean, what am I going to say about video games? Oh, the graphics could be improved here, here and there. Cinema. Go see a film but avoid the multiplexes. There are no theatres in my local area that I can get to, as I am broke. I don't even have money to pay for the bus anymore, so I can't go there. And quite coincidentally, as for going to the cinema, I've actually been working in a cinema all summer full time, so that's where I've been. People, one of the greatest sources of media work are people. Right, well, I've been talking to an old friend of mine who's been making a lot of music. He's at university, I believe in Guildford, or he's possibly going on somewhere else this year, because I think he's getting a transfer. And I'm making a music video with him, so that should be a lot of fun. Although when I'll get time, I don't exactly know, because obviously, as I said, I'm working full time, so finding a day off is difficult. Finding a day off that he can do as well, because he also works full time, is difficult. But at some point we're going to shoot that. But as for talking to people, I mean, I do nothing but talk to people when I'm working at the Odeon, because customers are always asking me my opinions on films. I'm always asking them theirs, so I suppose really part of that research is that. I mean, I was quite surprised to hear that apparently the new Karate Kid movie isn't awful, and I was completely expecting it to be an abomination of the original, but from what I hear it's actually pretty good, so my opinion might have to change on that. I'm going to have to see it at some point soon. Yeah, television studios, go to a studio recording. I've been to quite a few of these already. I went to see Balls of Steel Series 3 being filmed, and when you watch the show you can actually see me in the audience in about 3 or 4 episodes. I've seen an episode of Trisha being filmed. I saw a show called Take It or Leave It that was on Challenge TV or Bravo, one of those. And yeah, that was alright. I don't know if anyone saw it. It was kind of like Dragon's Den but on ITV, like a game show version of Dragon's Den. It had Duncan Bannatyne was in it, but it also had a load of, I think Jeffrey Archer was on the panel as well. It was presented by Richard Madeley. and it was basically no business ideas, it was just people coming in basically begging millionaires for money, and it was awful. It was really quite pathetic. There was one woman that said, "Oh, I've just gotten over cancer," and they're all like, "Oh, so you want to donate money to the people that helped you out?" I said, "No, I want to throw a party for all my friends." And they gave her like £100,000. Give it to the hospital. If you're gonna beg someone for money, at least do it for a good cause. What else? Radio studios. Well, I'm already in contact with Radio Jackie, based in Tolworth, and hopefully I'll be going down next week, and they're hopefully going to let me take my video camera with me, so I'll do like a little documentary, like walkabout of when I do that, and I'll post it up on this channel to show exactly what I did there, so that should be interesting. So I think, yeah, I'm also trying to get into the audience to go see Nevermind the Buzzcocks being filmed with Matt Farmer, but as of yet we haven't heard back from them, as there's quite a long waiting list, and there aren't really any shows being recorded at this time. Everything seems to be on break. It's all like reruns, like Noel's Top 5, Deal or No Deals. Kind of the worst possible time to have done this task. I mean, they're all shows that I can't get to. It's like shot in Manchester and stuff. The London shows seem to be on break, which is annoying me a little bit. But yeah. There's another bit that I don't even quite understand at the moment. Themed research. At the start of your third year, your modules will be concerned with these three main themes: spectacle, power, and memory. A little bit of maybe those need to be put in context a little bit, because spectacle, that could be anything that looks kind of marvellous. I mean, spectacle, I mean, you could you could say that a Damien Hirst giant shark in a tank is a spectacle. You could also say that someone's glasses that have been broken, left on the floor, one of the lenses is missing, that's a spectacle. You can't really, I don't even know about that. Power. So electricity? Something that powers a go-kart? A computer? A power? Or the power of media? I assume it's the power of media. I'm going to have to look into that, but I mean, power of media is quite a good one. I watched an episode of Penn and Teller that's from America, and they were talking about vaccinations and this whole thing about vaccinations causing mental deficiencies in children. And it was all started from one article that's been retracted, and the doctor's been struck off, his licence taken away, and it was all complete rubbish. But somehow the entire world believes that vaccinations turn your children into mentally handicapped children. I forget what the actual word is for it. So that's quite interesting. How even after it's been disproven again and again and again, yeah, so that's kind of strange. Maybe I'll talk about that a bit more in Power. I'll write about that on the blog, though I won't vlog it. Memory. Well, is this how memorable a film is? Is this talking about the public memory? Like if you, like District 9, it was about aliens being like imprisoned in a camp and that. Could that be the public memory of other stuff that's happened in Uganda and stuff like that? I'm not into politics. I don't even know if the Uganda reference is valid. So yeah, that's kind of strange. It's not really very helpful, these tasks. The WordPress blog, well, that's simple. A 5-minute presentation, I'll most likely do that the same way as I did my work experience module last year, where I'll put together a video presentation of some of the things that I did. Probably the radio will be a huge part of that, and I'll get a voiceover artist to do it, maybe some slideshow photographs of me working in the Odeon or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, presentation and all that, so... Yeah, as for Chinese phrases and stuff, then I guess I'll just learn a few. I mean, I'm quite a huge fan of the TV show Firefly and the movie of it, Serenity, which is yeah, so there's a lot of Chinese in that that's usually used to get past the censors. So for example, I'm just putting up a page of it now. Ha Chu Sheng, Xia Jiao de Jianghu, Hao Chu Shang, Zajia da Tang Hua. Filthy fornicators of livestock. So yeah. Namaste. Yeah, I hit the wrong button.